And often cars, because it's so narrow, the cars have to actually move out a lane or a half lane. It creates traffic confusion behind, and that creates dangers as well. I mean, I couldn't understand why anybody would want to cycle along King Street, for instance, and then into Kings Way, and then into Queen's Road and Dandenong Road. I mean, that is just terrifying. Now, at the moment, of course, the road rules say they can.
Yep.
The cyclists can go anywhere.
So what would you like to see? You'd like to see cyclists ban where in Lonsdale?
I don't like the word ban, but I like the idea, of saying some streets yes, some streets maybe, some streets no. Like a traffic light system or something, but designate them. And Michael is quite right. The reason that we built that separated bike lane in Latrobe Street was to give a preferred east-west link. And the same thing with Swanson Street. So, and we've talked about this before, if you look at those streets, no in Lonsdale because of the buses.
So, but what streets would you say no cycling?
Oh, I think King Street would be one. I think Lonsdale Street is another. I think Flinders Street is pretty dangerous. So I'm not talking about all of them, but just saying to cyclists, look, this is not a preferred cycle route. There are designated cycle routes, as Michael said. We build them at expense. And the funny thing is, this is not anti-cycle. This is pro-cycle. This is common sense to keep people safe.
Well,
and that
the
keeps people
cyclists
riding.
say you should put a full lane in for them down King Street.
But you can't do that. I mean, there are lots of streets where...
Latrobe Street.
Yeah, but we had room to do it in Latrobe Street. And there was a cost in parking and in losing some of the traffic, but that designated lane is there to keep people safe, and that's why we want them to use it. So I think we will come to a point at some point where we designate streets. Banning it, well, that's for Vic Roads, not for us. But we can certainly start that process of education and saying to people, look, there are some streets where it's simply not safe to ride. That's common sense. Let's abide by that.